Hello friends, welcome to Monday. This is day 2 of what I've decided to call a season of thanks, a series of thanks, lessons from the past to live in today. So I'm looking back the last 6 years of what God has done in my life, looking back to where He has brought me from. I'm looking back at messages that have made an impact on my life, and just to remind us of, and remind me too, of some of the blessings that the Lord has given me in the messages I have left in time past. So this one is from, also I want to say it was from May 2020, so it's almost 6 years ago. And what struck me when I rewatched it and chose this lesson was, I talked about a friend of mine, and that the friend had said, if you take failure off the table, then you can start to decide what you want to do. If you decide that failure is not going to be part of my equation today. And when I watched it, I thought, man, I'd forgotten that. So it is important that we go back into the past and see what helped us in the past so that we can use it to influence at today. So watch with me, learn with me, and I pray that just as it blessed us back then, it's going to bless us today. And I look forward to sharing another one with you next week. And don't forget, I do have the day I'm going to introduce you to my devotional. What's it called? What does it look like? It's coming, and it's coming soon. Have a blessed day. Day in the neighborhood today. I just came back from a walk and had some time to think and meditate about the last few days. This past week, I went to a homegoing of a husband to a dear friend of mine, and I was reminded of something that has been mulling on me. I mentioned in an earlier tape that I learned life lessons from the Olympics, and I want to share one with you. My question to you today is, do you know Abisola Fraud? His last name is spelled F-R-O-D-E. I do apologize. I know I have butchered his name. I apologize for that. But his last name is F-R-O-D-E. I hope after this you'll go back and dig a little bit more into him, and you'll be touched like I was touched. And this is about the Olympics final from 2006 in Turin. Before I go into that, I want to mention what my friend said about her spouse. And his favorite saying is, failure is not an option. Once you take failure off the table, what else are we going to do? So that's my question to you today. Has failure been your option? It's been mine many times. Actually, I've failed many times. If you know me, you know I've failed many times. But one thing that has happened is God has brought me up each and every time. So I want to remind you of a Bible verse or verses from 1 Samuel 30, if I want you to go back and read it. And it's about David. The Bible says of David that he was a man after God's own heart. So he had gone to fight war. They had won. They came back home, and he met at his house, his home, his city where he and his family dwelt and his men dwelt. Everything had been raided and everyone had been taken captive. So imagine coming back home and meeting your house empty. Imagine studying for an exam and you get to the exam hall and all the questions are the ones you've never read before. Have you ever been at that point where you felt, let me just go home? Let me tell you about Abisola. So this is the Olympic finals for the 15-kilometer long distance ski race. And for you that ski, I tried and didn't make it, but hey, for you that ski. But here was Abisola. He was one of those that had been chosen that will win. So he was up in front. And when the gun went off and the race started, he tripped and fell. And everyone behind him fell on top of him. So by the time everybody had picked themselves up and started their race, and he was left alone on the field. Left alone, and his ski was broken. So he picked himself up, went to the tent, to the hut, fixed his skis, straightened it out, waxed his skis, and started his journey. At this point, I thought, well, okay, you can't give up. Maybe he'll win. He'll be the last, because everybody was long gone. But after he passed his first person, I decided to sit and watch the race. So he passed his first person and passed his second and his third person and his 10th person and the 15th person. And do you know what? He lost the gold. I get this, 1.6 seconds. 1.6 seconds he lost the gold. Or flip it over, he won the silver. So how many times have you been faced with a situation where you think there is no way out? I'm just going to take the failure path and go home. But God is telling you today, look at it still. I'll put a link to the YouTube clip. You can watch it for yourself, and I pray you're blessed and learn a life lesson like I learned. God is not done with us. If you remember that we have a race set aside for us, we are supposed to run our race. So I still ran his race, fixed his keys, waxed his keys, got back on track. My admonition to you today is to pick yourself up, wax your skis, get back on track, because God is not done with you yet. God has not done everything he wants to do with you yet. As Hebrews 12 tells us, that we have to keep our eyes on Jesus, run our race by keeping our eyes on him. Yes, we may stumble and fall, but failure is not an option. The end is in sight, and the gold is ours to win or to lose. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood today.